Which of the following fractions is the greatest? Okay, let's solve this question now. So if we have 5 different options here, and one of the things we can do is, of course, we can convert each one of them to a decimal, and then we can compare which one is the largest. But here's a trick to solve this question without using a calculator. So if you notice, there's a pattern here. So each one of these numbers, or most of them, the numerator, which is this number, is only 3 less than the denominator, which is this number. So 7, 10, same thing here. The numerator is 3 less than the denominator. So 25, 28, 20, 23. So we are seeing a pattern here. But for these two, we don't have such a pattern. Like this is one off, and then this is one off as well. So what we can do is we can convert these two to where the numerator and denominator is just 3 off. So what we can do is, if we multiply this, let's say maybe 3 with 3, then we get a 9, and if we multiply 2 with 3, we get a 6, so we get 3 off. So we can simply multiply this by 3 by 3. And every time you multiply the numerator with something, we have to multiply the denominator with the same number. So this would become 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9, 6 out of 9. And now you see the numerator is 3 less than the denominator, so we get 6 out of 9. And the same thing here. What can we multiply both of these numbers where the numerator and denominator is just 3 off? So if we multiply this with 3, let's multiply them with 3 by 3 as well. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 3 is 12. So we get 9 out of 12. Pretty simple. And here we see the numerator is also 3 less than the denominator. And now all of these options have the same pattern here. So 7 out of 10, so numerator is 3 less than the denominator. 25 out of 28, 20 out of 23, then 6 out of 9, and then 9 out of 12. So in this case, since the numerator is 3 less than the denominator, the fraction with the largest numerator, which is this one here, 25 is the largest here. This is your answer. So this is the correct answer. But let's just prove why it is so. So you see 7 out of 10, 25 out of 28, we can rewrite this as n divided by n plus 3. So let's say if we put 7 here, then this will become 7 divided by 10. If we put, let's say, if n is 20, then this becomes 20 out of 23. So we have this sequence here. So it's n divided by n plus 3. And now as n gets really large, so let's say if n gets 100, it becomes 100 divided by 103. And then for n equals, so this is n equals 100, this is n equals 7, and then this is n equals 20. So for n equals 1000, this just becomes 1000 divided by 1003. And we notice as n gets bigger, the number gets closer to 1, meaning the number gets bigger. So 100 out of 103 becomes 0.97, and then 1000 over 1003 is 0.997. So it gets really close to 1 as n gets bigger. So we have established that as n gets bigger, as the numerator gets larger, the fraction becomes larger too, because it gets closer to 1. So that's why, so in questions like this where you're seeing a pattern, you can easily establish like a pattern, and you can create like a sequence here. You can create your formula here, and then you can solve them without using a calculator. Okay, if you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you for watching.